schools in 7 Kelantan districts closed from today. MAFI to work with KPD and HEP in solving price hike issue.
Good afternoon, I'm Jessica Lee. Welcome to Updates at Noon. A constable from the Datuk Keramat police station, Muhammad Iqbal Maslan, was killed in a crash while chasing a suspect at Jalan Utama Georgetown yesterday. Timur Laut District Police Chief ACP Sofian Santung said Muhammad Iqbal, 20, together with 2 other policemen, were patrolling around Jalan Scotland at about 1 a.m. before they spotted a man riding a motorcycle in a suspicious manner.
Dan apabila anggota polis bertindak untuk menahan dan memeriksa pemandu atau penunggang motosikal ini, suspek telah bertindak melarikan diri. Dan kurang daripada itu, ketiga-tiga anggota yang bertugas ini telah mengejar suspek berkenaan sehingga di kawasan persimpangan Jalan Waterfall, Jalan Utama, dapati suspek mengendalikan motosikal beliau dalam keadaan berbahaya dengan laluan cara memandu yang agak baik itu secara zigzag. Dan sampai di kawasan kejadian, suspek telah menghimpit salah sebuah motosikal yang dinaiki oleh anggota polis sehingga menyebabkan anggota berkenaan terbabas dan kepala beliau terhantuk pada tebing jalan dan meninggal di tempat kejadian.
Met at the Pulau Pinang hospital last night, Sofian said the 35-year-old suspect has been arrested and his urine test turned out positive. He added that the suspect had 6 previous records involving drugs and 5 criminal cases, and the case is being investigated under Section 302 of the Penal Code for murder and Section 186 of the same code for obstructing public servants in discharging their duties. Muhammad Iqbal's remains was taken to his hometown in Kampung Air Tawar, Besu Terengganu for burial. A former police officer has been arrested on suspicion of being involved in the circulation of a list of police personnel names alleged to be colluding with various organized crime syndicates. Now, a 33-year-old male suspect was arrested at about 11:30 p.m. on Friday in Alustar, Kedah, after he was found to be linked to the dissemination of an article entitled Bukit Aman Criminal Investigation Department CID D7 Cartel Group, which was viral on social media. Bukit Aman CID Director Dato' Huzir Muhammad said further investigations found that the suspect, a former inspector, had previously been sentenced to 2 years of surveillance under the Crime Prevention Act 1959 by the Crime Prevention Board LPJ. Investigations revealed that the suspect had acted out of anger as he had been holding a grudge against the D7 division as they were responsible for his dismissal. Police have also seized a laptop, mobile phone and various other items which would be sent to the forensic lab for analysis. Dato' Huzir said 4 investigation papers were opened under Section 500 of the Penal Code and Section 233 of the Communications and Multimedia Act 1998 to track, detain and prosecute any individual involved in spreading defamatory statements. Now, all schools in 7 Kelantan districts placed under Movement Control Order or MCO have been ordered to close from today until the 24th of April. The directive also applies to all learning institutions in the affected districts. The decision was made by a special state disaster management committee meeting for COVID-19 yesterday evening. In a circular issued last night, State Education Director Zulkarnain Fauzi said students of the respective schools' hostels have been told to remain in their dormitories. During this closure period, all schools must ensure that teachers organize home-based teaching and learning or PDPR to the affected school children. He urged all district education officers to continue monitoring the schools to ensure that they follow the latest standard operating procedures or SOPs. Kelantan was placed under MCO from the 16th to the 29th of April, with the affected districts being Kota Baru, Pasir Mas, Tumpat, Tanah Merah, Pasir Putih, Machang and Bacho. The Agriculture and Food Industry Ministry, or MAFI, is working with the Domestic Trade and Consumer Affairs Ministry, KPD and HEP, to manage the recent increase in prices for food items such as chicken, eggs and vegetables. Deputy Agriculture and Food Industry Minister of 2, Dato' Sheikh Abdullah Matnawi, said the ministry acknowledged that the prices in the markets have always increased due to inflation and other factors, including transportation costs and animal feed costs. Dato' Sheikh Abdullah said MAFI, however, hoped that there were no parties manipulating or taking advantage of the price hikes during the season for profiteering. He also said that the supply of beef throughout Ramadan until Aidilfitri was adequate, with an estimated 36,000 metric tons, including 27,000 metric tons imported and 9,000 metric tons being fresh local beef.
Maknanya kita sentiasa memastikan bahawa bekalan makanan dalam negara ini mencukupi. Kita dalam suasana COVID, kita dalam suasana bulan puasa, kita dalam suasana akan menyambut hari raya dan sebagainya. Jadi keperluan keseluruhan yang saya fahamkan RM 10,000 metrik tan. RM 10,000 metrik tan, dan untuk jangka masa sekarang ini, mana sehingga kepada perayaan ini kita ada dalam RM dalam 36,000 metrik tan.
He was met after visiting a rabbit farm, Golden Rabbitry Farm, in Pasir Mas, Kelantan. Healthcare workers who were infected with COVID-19 after at least a single dose of vaccination had less severe symptoms. Now, this was revealed by Health Director General Tan Sri Dr. Nur Hisham Abdullah in his Facebook posting yesterday. The Health DG said it was clear that the people still can be infected after completion of the vaccination, but perhaps less in severity. He pointed out that although the vaccine gives hope of fighting the disease, the people should continue to comply with all the precautionary public health measures even after getting the vaccination, adding that no one is safe until everyone is safe. According to Tan Sri Dr. Nur Hisham, 40 healthcare workers have been infected with COVID-19 after completing both doses of the vaccination, with 9 of them more than 2 weeks after the second dose and 31 others were infected less than 2 weeks after getting the inoculation. He said another 142 healthcare workers were infected after the first dose, adding that 244 workers were infected with COVID-19 before they were inoculated. A total of 10,961, or 73.9% of employers, were found not complying with the Workers' Minimum Standards of Housing and Amenities Act 1990, Act 446, in inspections conducted by the Labour Department, or JTK, from the 1st of February to the 15th of April. Deputy Human Resources Minister Dato' Awan Hashim said the department has conducted inspections on 14,835 employers nationwide, involving 95,870 employee accommodation units. The minister said of the total employers inspected, 3,874, or 26.1% of them, met the criteria, while others still failed to comply with the Act. He said a total of 625 investigation papers were opened for various offences, including accommodation not certified by the JTK Director General, non-compliance with local authority or PBT laws, and not providing rest and dining areas to employees. Met after the Pautan Kasih with Kedah Media event last night, Dato' Awang said the accommodation facilities provided by employers should have a safe and conducive environment for every employee, both locals or foreigners. He said they will not tolerate and will prosecute employers who fail to comply with the prescribed act. Thus far, JTK has issued 34 employee transfer orders, 2,417 improvement instructions for accommodation units, and 7,885 compliance instructions.
We kick off with soccer. TFC2 ended their run of 6 straight draws in the Premier League with a stunning 4-3 win over JDT2 at the Sultan Ismail Nasaruddin Stadium in Kuala Terengganu.
Ghanaian Jordan Minter was the hero for the Turtles when he scored the opening goal in the 40th minute and the winner in the 90th minute, while teammates Arzim Brezovic, 51st minute, and Masaki Watanabe, 82nd minute, chipped in with 1 goal apiece. JDT2, meanwhile, replied through Nicolas Alberto Fernandez, 22nd minute, and Fernando Rodriguez Ortega, 45th and 68th minute. This was TFC's 2's first win since defeating table proppers FAM NSC Project Squad 4-0 in their opening match on the 6th of March. The FAM NSC Project Squad, meanwhile, continued to be the whipping boys of the Premier League when they fell 3-0 to Kelantan United, who found the net through Muhammad Ashraf Alifuddin Yassin, Muhammad Haris Kamaruddin and Al-Fusaini Gassama. It was the FAM NSC Project Squad's 8th loss in 9 matches.
And that's it from us this afternoon. In our top story, schools in 7 Kelantan districts closed from today. News at 10 comes on this evening on My Free Views Berita RTM News channel. I'm Jessica Lee. Thank you for watching.